All right, here we go. All right, here it is. Unit 1, the world. This is Chapter 2, the physical world. We start out with our own physical world, and that would be the Earth. We start out with planets. These are the largest objects in our solar system. We have two types, terrestrial and our gas giants. So here is a map of our solar system, with Mercury being the closest to the Sun. Third rock from the Sun is the Earth, with an asteroid belt that separates Jupiter and Mars. Saturn, the ring planet, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. The Sun being large, and this is not drawn to scale. These are obviously farther away. If anything was that close to the Sun, it would burn up. What else is in our solar system and in our space? Our other heavenly bodies, asteroids. Asteroids are small planet-like objects that have a definite radius, definite path around the Sun. We have comets that orbit in and out of our solar system. They are icy dust and frozen gas. And we have meteoroids. These are just space debris. They can be parts of broken up planets, asteroids, comets, other types of space junk. So we have the descriptor of what different parts of our heavenly bodies. A comet is a large chunk of ice, asteroid, meteorite, meteoroid, and whatnot. So study this chart and know the difference between them. The Earth. What else do we have here? We have the hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. Know the difference between these four. Hydro meaning water, litho meaning land, atmos meaning air, and bio meaning life. Those are our Latin prefixes that help us remember the difference between these four. And what makes Earth change? Because it's a layered planet with a core that has a mantle and a crust. We have a moving planet. There is lava that flows in and out of the core, through the mantle, can bust through the crust. So one of the other factors of movement is continental drift. It's this continuous movement. Slowly, continents drift apart from each other. We also have plate tectonics that is caused by magma moving underneath the plates that our continents are on. Internal and external forces of change. Changes come from the internal forces of the Earth, spreading and colliding, folds and faults, and earthquakes. All of these work together to make the planet change, make the planet evolve. We also have volcanic eruptions. If you don't know what a volcanic eruption is, close this when you're done and Google it, YouTube it, whatever you may do. This is a description of the Pacific plate, Australian plate, how they come together when they're moving. They create earthquakes. You have the crust and the lithosphere, the mantle, fault lines, a volcano that could happen. We also have external forces, weathering, wind erosion, glacial erosion, water erosion. So all of these have to do with eroding or changing the surface of the Earth. Here's weathering and erosion at its finest at the Grand Canyon. You see water has done some damage, some wind, and has changed the landscape. The water cycle starts with evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Here's a great diagram that shows how water is changed into different forms and how it interacts with the lithosphere, biosphere, atmosphere. So 7% of the Earth is covered by water. There are four oceans, the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, and Arctic, which I didn't write here, so please add that on. Arctic, Arctic, Arctic. Freshwater, 3% of the Earth's water supply is freshwater. These would be lakes, streams, and rivers are where freshwater is located. Here's a picture of a nice lake with some mountains and some coniferous trees. So we're talking Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, other lakes that